opportunity here, and we've got our first goal of the match. Leaves it to Ramsey to make it 3-0.
Thursday night football coming at you live and fresh from the PFF National Training Center, and we've got a mouth-watering clash on its way to you with the young promising talent of the Azkals development team taking on the latest PFL champions United City FC, a huge test for a side that is preparing for the upcoming SEA Games. So much action set to take place here in Carmona, Cavite, and we are almost guaranteed fireworks between these two sides. And I've got the pleasure of calling the action alongside Darren Hartman. My name is Jing Hamlang, and what a campaign it's been so far. You know, the Copa Paulino Alcantara is picking up steam, and we've got an opportunity to see how the table is set right now, Darren.
Yeah, well, the Azkals development team have already played. But they haven't played both United City and Kaya. And of course, United City and Kaya will be favourites going into this competition, as we can see from the standings. And I really think that, you know, when you put a team like the Azkals development team, which can take points and make games difficult for other teams, the result of United City against the Azkals development team will be a very watched fixture by a club like Kaya.
It definitely is going to be an exciting matchup here, and one that everyone in the football community will be keeping a close eye on. These are individuals who are fighting for places to be a part of the upcoming SEA Games, as we mentioned. But first, let's put our focus on UCFC, who are playing their third match in 7 days there, and that takes a toll, I'm sure, on this squad.
Yeah, and we also see Anthony Puntas back in the action after missing the last game against Kaya due to suspension. And just a little mention for Matthew Custodio, who's playing at centre-back, who had a fantastic start to this campaign so far.
And new addition Kenshiro Daniels as well is starting in that lineup. Now let's take a look at ADT. A few changes here for Coach Norman Figueroa. Let's have a look here, Darren.
Yeah, one of the focuses of the Azkals development team is to make sure everyone gets to play so they can have a good look and they can scout potential talent for the upcoming SEA Games. And I feel that Tak Cardon had earned himself a start after his performance, despite picking up that little yellow card.
They started off a little sluggishly against Mendiola, but they certainly turned things around in the second half. Were able to get through a professional side like Mendiola in quite convincing fashion, Darren. That'll definitely be a confidence bringer for them against UCFC as we take a look at the substitutes for both sides.
Yeah, it's quite a balanced group of substitutes, really. Both teams have got attacking and defensive players. Of course, Sky Guerrero's on the bench for ADT after picking up his first goal at senior level. And of course, the return of Mark Hartman from his Azkals duty will be looking to get his account started as well today, should he feature.
Huge game on the horizon, and we are just moments away from kickoff when we return. UCFC and ADT will be taking the field. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back. Welcome back. Live from the PFF National Training Center, where ADT and UCFC are moments away from kicking off here for the first half of this encounter. What are your thoughts heading into this one, Darren?
Well, it's going to be interesting to see how ADT set up defensively, knowing that United City are so comfortable at moving and rotating the ball, and really whether or not we will see that press, that high tempo from ADT that we saw in the last campaign. It's a different set of players. They are younger. I feel that they're building more for the future, and of course games like this will be so valuable in terms of their development. And we can just see there Mike Ott with all the experience leading his team out, and United City will have, I think, one focus in mind, and that is going to be to score goals today. Because of that draw against Kaya.
When you look at the two sides, many of these ADT players will be looking across the pitch and looking at what they want to achieve in their careers, to play for a big club, to be able to participate in continental competition, and to be a part of the Azkals, like many of these UCFC players are. So definitely a chance for you to measure yourself to the level that you want to reach in your career, and I'm sure it's a very exciting prospect for the folks at ADT.
Well, for the first two seasons of the Azkals development team, the pathway has already started. It's a little bit of a reunion game when ADT play against United City, and it'll be the same when ADT play against Kaya, because there's a lot of players who progressed not just laterally in their careers but managed to move up and get themselves attached to clubs who are playing at AFC Cup level and of course AFC Champions League level, like United City are.
That is a testament to the promising trajectory of this ADT side. The ability to move on players like Lingbo, who is with UCFC now alongside Custodio, and of course Sandro Reyes and Kekkonen, who are playing for Kaya. And Mike Ott is going to be getting us started here for UCFC, who are wearing black. Mike Ott, the captain of this side, who are the latest champions of the PFL, so definitely the standard will be set by UCFC. It's important that you mention as well, Darren, that this ADT side is not the same one that was in the final in the last campaign of the Copa Paulino Alcantara. So many new faces. It's an entirely new squad.
Yeah, it's a new squad, much younger in years, but the ambitions of the program haven't changed, and they will be very, very determined to prove themselves on this stage against the Philippines' top clubs. They still have to play Kaya, but this is their first real big test this season.
First catch for the goalkeeper Bayabos, who might find himself rather busy today if UCFC are able to impose themselves. Custodio. Sendra looking for the link up on the right side, and that's a giveaway for UCFC. Lingbo back in the lineup for United after missing out against Kaya. Reed's getting a start here after coming on in the second half. So UCFC have freshened things up a little bit as well. Calmly to send it up. There's a nice run on the right side. They find him. Chance here for UCFC to open things up. That's a half clearance completed by Rosquillo. Wins the whistle as well.
A few cries off that header for advantage. The ball fell nicely there too. I believe that was Dennis Chong in the middle. And United City will be using this game also to work on their shape, work on their chemistry as they prepare for their Champions League campaign, which will be starting very soon.
That's right. Continental football at the highest possible club level for UCFC. 6 matches against some of the very best in Asia. Huge challenge for them. Certainly one that all the players are looking forward to. It's one of the reasons why they're playing so many matches in such quick succession. How does that take a toll on them, Darren? 3rd game in 7 days?
Well, I think it was tough when we were playing this in a full bubble. That was really tough on the players. At least now there is a slightly longer rest. But I feel that sometimes when you're a football player, you just want to play, especially, coming out of quarantines and, the level that we've been at. It's been hard for players, and to get 3 games really is going to be a blessing for everybody, and they will just want to get minutes and stretch their legs and get the ball moving again.
Well, they're certainly finding their fluidity early on here against ADT. They worked it well over to the right flank, but Rusquillo had an answer once more. This one's going to go out for a goal kick. So ADT standing firm so far. And the 2 ventures forward for the United City attack.
Yes, ADT are looking okay defensively. They're not overcommitting in their press, but they are trying to keep the ball away from United City's holding centre mids.
Mike Ott giving chase. That's safely into the hands of Bayabos. Robertson able to watch it all the way. They're looking to play quickly in transition. Minagishi. Bit of a loose pass from him. But they're able to recover here. Juraboev spreading it nicely. Entry pass denied. Barley has his pocket picked. The pass forward for Chung. It was easy for Pinthus. Dennis Chung up there on his own. No support. UCFC settling in rather quickly in this game, just 5 minutes gone. Stringing lots of passes together. Daniels. All the way back to Custodio, who spreads it over to Robertson. ADT trying to stay compact. Reed. Looking for Ott. Gets there. Looking to spread ADT here. Lingbo getting the return pass. Daniels. Cross. Headed away. ADT now looking to hold on to the ball. And that's good work from Martini Ray. Juraboev cuts back to nobody. Ray dropping deep. Juraboev skips past. Reed losing it there. Looking for the turn. ADT able to deal with the pressure so far, Darren.
Yeah, they're dealing with the pressure, but it looks as if United City are slowly starting to pick up their tempo, starting to punch the passes in a little bit harder. But at the moment, ADT are doing well to stay patient, stay compact, and most importantly, stay disciplined.
It's almost like they're playing with fire, Darren. Let UCFC settle into a tempo, and quite soon they'll be picking you apart.
They're very different to the approach that ADT had last year. They would have been pressing a lot of these balls in the low rotation and try to force mistakes.
Ray smothered there by Sendra. Seems to be the most lively character for ADT so far. Reed. Jurabiwev under pressure immediately. Contact from behind there as Chung goes down. ADT going quickly, looking for a Takardon, doesn't pan out for them. Just haven't had an opportunity to really hold on to the ball and express themselves yet. The Azkals development team.
I think that's what should be one of their next focuses, is that the next time they get the ball, try to settle things down to the tempo that they want to play. If not, this United City team will just keep on coming at them, and it won't be long before they find a way to break through their defensive setup.
Juraboev. Lots of pressure from Woods. Minigishi finding it difficult to find his room on this left flank. Looked like it was last touch on a UCFC player there, but ADT still needing to deal with some pressure here in their final third. Nice exchange here at the edge of the box. Cut back. Trying to find room. Minigishi. Shot from distance. That was in real danger of curling in to the far post. Great attempt there from Minigishi.
Yeah, that's about as high as the rotation can get on the ball. 5-6 passes inside the 18-yard box of ADT, and Pika there just unable to curl that into the top corner. He's just cutting inside. He knew exactly what he was going to do and just couldn't quite execute it and find the target.
First real attempt from UCFC, and it was a spicy one from Pika. A real warning shot from the men in black.
Looks as if United City are focusing on trying to get a player closer to Maikot. There at times in the last game he was a little bit isolated, and now it looks as if Adam will be, sitting a little bit deeper and just trying to get the ball into the 8 and the 10 further up the pitch.
Looking for the run of Daniels. It's well watched. It's good work from the left back. What? With the return ball. It's going to be a corner kick here for UCFC. Pressure building on ADT.
Size-wise, United City also have an advantage from set pieces, especially corners. They bring their two centre-backs out, both over 6 foot, could cause themselves some problems.
One of the bigger members of ADT not on the pitch today, not even in the squad today actually. Aldeguer being rested. Corner kick from Daniels. And there it is! No! The opener for UCFC. Ricky Sendra. He likes to dance when he scores. From the corner kick, they made it work. And ADT now finding themselves behind early in this game.
and that's something you'll learn at this level. At times you can't be giving away set pieces and corners. Try to avoid them when you can. It's a good ball into the box by Kenshiro Daniels, but they've got to ask themselves questions. Who's marking Ricky Sendra in the middle? He's not met that with his head. It's bounced in the 18-yard box, and you can't allow that to happen. Not at this level, not when there's this amount of quality on the pitch. It was a well-taken goal, though, on the half volley. He still had work to do just to guide it past the goalkeeper.
And Ricky Sendra, of course, one of the taller members of UCFC. You'd expect the body to be on him. But that's what happens. ADT punished for their marking. And not where you want to be against UCFC. Behind early in the game. Looked like a painful one. Collision in the air. Gonna need a moment to recover. That's Kenshiro Daniels, I believe. Oh no, I believe that's Lingbo. So perhaps a chance to respond in kind. ADT with a set piece. Can they make it count here? Man marking at the edge of the box. Unable to clear read. That's going to be a foul on Takardon as he climbed the back of Mike Ott. Ray coming in with a meaty tackle there on Ott. Sendra. He's got room to work with. Possession statistics being shown on your screen. It's been that kind of game. UCFC just able to pop the ball around. ADT having to soak the pressure. Juraboev lurking just outside the box. Not a lot of movement inside the box, but Daniels able to create space and win a corner kick.
And there'll be another opportunity for United City to put the ball into the box. Kenshiro Daniels with his first start for United City after a late appearance against his former club in the last game. Already picked himself up an assist. Can he do it again?
Oof, loose touch there. Almost an opportunity to pick that up just at the edge of the box. Attack still alive here for United. Loose pass there from Custodio. ADT can counter. Numbers back very quickly for United. Clean tackle from Lingbo. United City really enjoying themselves now, having plenty of the ball, and really haven't been needing to defend much in this game. Daniels. Not quite on the same wavelength there. Still alive. Chong. needs to do well, and he did. That's a committed challenge. It did not pan out for ADT. Ibarle looking to spot Ott. Sendra. Nice little exchange with Juraboev. Ibarle. Minagishi working inside now. No foul. Ray using his body well. Woods looking for the quick ball forward, but Pinthus was camping at the edge of the area. Minagishi losing out. ADT looking to play quickly, but they lose it quickly as well. Closing in on 20 minutes, Darren. What are you seeing here in this match?
Well, ADT have picked up a little bit of confidence over the last 2-3 minutes. Able to get on the ball, make a couple of passes, but still yet to settle into any rhythm. And I feel that United City are still playing within themselves. They're actually yet to form their strongest 11 in my opinion. I mean, the late announcement of Kenshiro Daniels into the squad, still recovering from jet lag. And then, of course, players returning from international duty as well. But they're starting to get better every time. You know, the link-up play is getting better. And I think at the moment their main focus really is just communication and keeping the ball moving. And you saw by the possession stats that they're hitting that target easily.
Minagishi now popping up. Barley out wide. It's dangerous ball inside the box. And that's a save for Bayabos. And a crucial one. United City finding themselves inside ADT's box with regularity now. Let's have a look at it, Darren.
Yeah, Mike Ott trying to score 2 goals in 2 games there. That time it was a left-footed snapshot. Well saved by the goalkeeper, well placed. But of course, we know how good Mike Ott can be in front of goal in those positions. I'm sure he's going to get another go at it in this game, if not in this first half.
Are you happy here, if you're Coach Norman Figueroa, with what you're seeing so far from ADT?
I think in terms of the way that they've been defending, the discipline, because to defend this way takes discipline across the whole team, so everyone is fulfilling their role. You can see the communication and people looking to work together. So I think defensively ADT are doing a good job, and I believe that they just need a little bit more confidence in terms of building up like there in situations like that. You know, 1 or 2 mistakes which are stopping them from really settling into a good rhythm. But of course they're learning all the time, this team, and I'm sure the game will open up at some point and they'll be able to play some football today.
Juraboev, nice drop of the shoulder, and what a goal! Outside the box, a rocket from Juraboev to make it 2-0 for United City.
Well, it's going to be the second time I said it. You just cannot afford to give quality players time and space. And I know that this is outside of the box, and you might think, oh, okay, yeah, that's a percentage shot. But at this level, 20, 25 yards is still within the range of a top professional football player. And that's exactly what has happened there. The lines that time, ADT, just a little bit off in terms of the press. They were doing much better at the start of the game, keeping players facing their own goal. And this is exactly what happens when you just allow a little bit of a lapse of a concentration in front of your goal.
He's shown to be a real incredible, actually, acquisition here for UCFC. Over the last 3 games, he's shown to be pure quality, and he's shown that again there with that finish. Amirbek Juraboev pulls the strings. Great range of passing, and now he's showcased his ability to finish as well from long range.
And some of that's come from the tactical adjustments of United City, where they are trying to work on making sure they rotate the person who's holding and get players closer to that front line. And in that situation, they managed to do it with ease, and they find themselves 2-0 up halfway through the first half.
Rather troubling here for ADT as the scoreline has doubled, and UCFC are showing no signs of slowing down here. What adjustments might ADT need to make here, Darren, in order to have an answer to this onslaught that UCFC is bringing?
Perhaps just try to pick up the way that they're playing football. I don't think they need to change personnel at all. It looks like they've got a good set of 11 players out there. They just need to get their head on the ball and try to find an area that they can rotate the ball and play themselves into the game. Because at the moment, United City can only go from strength to strength.
Sandra finds Jirabuev. He's got plenty of options. Reed spreading it nicely to Lingbo. Nice contact there on the far side, which means another set piece on the horizon for United.
And this area is as good, if not better, than a corner. You can just see being drawn into the foul there. Being really explosive down that right-hand side. United City today.
Daniel's already with 1 assist today. The opener for Ricky Sendra.
Going to be interesting should we see both Kenshiro Daniels and Mark Hartman on the pitch at the same time. Both set-piece specialists. And of course, at this level, so many goals are scored from these sorts of situations.
Ball from Daniels. There's an early whistle from our referee. That's Meliton Pelayo who is in the middle today. Chung sandwiched. Loses possession. Completely different affair from the last meeting between UCFC and ADT. That one happened in 2020. High octane physical affair, that one. This one a little bit more tame in comparison. You take a look at some of the shots on target. None yet for ADT. I would imagine there's a few more than one for UCFC as they scored twice already. But they did have another one that was saved by Bayabos. Nice little cut inside from Woods. And this is better here from ADT. An opportunity to hold the ball. Alegre. It's a good pass to Takardon. Linking nicely. Woods making the turn, but runs into trouble. Ray. That's a nice pass to Chung, who's offside, says the linesman. Well, there you go. Signs of life here from the Azkals development team. Able to hold on to the ball well and find a little run in behind. Takardon under pressure, but able to release it nicely. Took a bit of contact on the way. Still down on the pitch. UCFC playing on though. Getting Custodio involved. Dummy played by Juraboev, but Sendra loses it. It's a 2-on-2. Ray looking for the lob on Pintus. Easy for the goalkeeper.
Just a young man there trying to make a name for himself. Did see the keeper off his line for a fraction of a second, but at least coming up to 30 minutes in this first half, ADT showing a few signs of life and able to put a few passes together.
Reed finding Sendra. Poked away, and that was illegal, says the referee. So it's going to be another free kick for UCFC. This one in particularly dangerous territory. Let's take a look at it here. It's just clever there from Adam Reed.
Yeah, there's been a couple of times the United City players have been able to draw free kicks off those little fouls in dangerous areas. Be interesting to see if this was within range of Conchero Daniels. But of course, when you're in a star-studded lineup, there's always going to be people competing over who takes a free kick in this sort of area.
My God, looks like he's calling seniority here. Mike Ott and Conchero Daniels over the ball. Can they make it count here at the half-hour mark? Nope. That one over from the captain. Alegre looking for support. Has to go long to Martini Rey. Rosquillo opting to go for the control. Loses it. And goes in rather dangerously on Reed. Referee's going to have a word with him. He did show his studs there. Let's have a look at it. He was on the stretch on the first one. On the second one, it was out of reach. They move it so well from left to right. And back the other way, UCFC. Just trying to stretch this ADT defense to poke some holes through it. And that's good goalkeeping. ADT unable to find a teammate there. As we take a look at some of the folks in the crowd today enjoying the action here on Thursday night. Beautiful scenes here in Carmona, Cavite. It's been scorching last few days, but the weather perfect for this football match. Was that a pass back?
It looked as if it was a pass back, and it sounded like the United City bench reacted as if it was a pass back.
Melton Pelayo might have turned his head a little too early there.
I think the problem with the Azkals development team at the moment is that there's not enough confidence in the middle of the park. People aren't pulling their spaces and receiving the ball. So even when they've tried to rotate it 2 or 3 times across the back, they're running out of options. They can't find the men in the middle on the half turn like United City do, like Kaya do, and like Manjola have started to do as well. And that's really forcing ADT to run out of options. And then they're playing long passes forwards to experienced centre-backs, which are just going to win the ball 99 times out of 100.
Looking to show a bit more pressure inside United City's half now. Not too much, rather. Robertson to Ott, who's dropped deep. Barley runs into a nice sliding challenge.
Seems as if they can apply enough pressure to slow them down, but not enough pressure to win the ball back at the moment.
Just looking to clear that one away, but it's still in a dangerous area. Ott steps on the ball and tries to bring back Takardon. Rosquillo, that's a loose pass. Looking for support on the left side. Juraboev so good at finding the space and lifts one into pick up. Offside flag is up. So it looks as if they're just starting to tweak things a bit here. 35 minutes in, Darren, as ADT are looking to engage a little bit higher up the pitch.
Yeah, at least ADT are getting the ball now, putting 2 free passes together. And as long as they can get their heads up, have a little bit more confidence, they should be able to start getting their centre mids into better positions on the ball. But then again, it's just broken down and they're playing long. United City win it, and then United City build up again. And that is tiring, having to keep on chasing a team of this sort of quality all the time.
Boot was high. Whistle goes in favor of ADT. On that last exchange, Darren, perhaps rather glaring for ADT was the press was just one man. It was just Mike Ott, and that forced the long ball. And normally it'll take a little bit more than that for the defense to feel that heat of a press.
Yes, they need to adjust to the fact that there are, personalities in the game who have played at a high level, and when you step onto a pitch, it's just 11 versus 11, and you've got to put that to the back of your mind sometimes. Easier said than done, though.
Chong receives it in a great space, and that's a wonderful ball for Ray. Chance here for ADT. Incredible block from Lingbo. First real chance for the Azkals development team. And boy, was that close.
It was a long time coming. It was direct, but the link-up play was good. The understanding was there. United City are just going to look to build a little bit of rhythm back up again.
We mentioned that this ADT side is preparing for the SEA Games. One of the members who has already played in one, Dennis Chung, coming up there with a lovely pass in behind. Let's have a look at it here. That was his ball to Martini Ray. And right there, the defenders just doing their work as Jeremy Derapan was looking to unleash into the back of the net.
Yeah, Ray's had a good start to this game, and perhaps on that occasion he could have taken that first time. Remember, every touch that you take in that area just gives the opportunities for the defenders to get closer. But at least that's a positive that ADT will be able to take into the dressing room at half-time, that they did manage to create a clear-cut opportunity against United City.
Sendra, that's clever. It's good defending being shown there by ADT. Strong challenges from Federico Alegre. In fact, so strong, in fact, that Sendra is still down. He certainly came in there committed, Alegre. Just a little over 5 minutes remaining in this opening period. And the previous 5 minutes will have been encouraging for ADT. They're starting to find the ball a little bit more, starting to create more openings. Fair play observed here by the men in white. For a large part of this first half, United City looked like they were going to be running away with it, but if ADT can find something here before the halftime whistle, this game will be turned on its head. Ibarle looking for the entry pass. This right side of the defense for ADT learning to cope with the pressure a little bit better now. They play quickly. Ardon cutting inside, and that's definite contact from behind from Minigishi. Norman Figueroa getting animated on the sideline. Let's take a look at this. Takardon with the quick feet. Cutting inside his man, and Minigishi just stopping that counter-attack in its tracks.
Yeah, need to be careful sometimes with the lighter weight, shiftier wingers, because as soon as you make a contact with them, it's really difficult to, prevent giving away a foul. And ADT now find themselves slightly deep, but a good opportunity to put the ball into the box.
Darapan's ball. Woods gets it right back to Darapan. Room for a cross. Robertson just happy to clear that to the sideline. UCFC being forced to defend now. Alegre plays it short to Woods. Chung able to step on the brakes there and find a bit of room. Ooh, he keeps going. Woods. That's loose from Ray as it breaks down for ADT. Rosquillo with a powerful header. United just looking to tidy things up a little bit here.
Yeah, they're just trying to really control the game a little bit better. They lost a little bit of rhythm over the last few minutes. I'll take nothing away from ADT, who have been working very hard to try to build themselves into this game late in the first half.
He's coming rather late there. Martini Ray. Cards stay in the pocket for Militant Pelayo. Kenshiro Daniels definitely looked like he was going to be racing away there. Let's have a look at it. Lucky, perhaps, Darren, not to get a yellow?
Yeah, very lucky. I mean, it is late in the first half. None of the challenges have been too bad. I know some have been a little bit clumsy, but I don't think that the cards will stay in the pocket much longer.
Robertson. Great ball forward for Sendra. Daniels. Going left-footed. Away momentarily. Lingbo has stayed up. Daniels finds himself central. Just too far behind Jiraboev. Now Takardon able to get it to his right back. Robertson under pressure. Hasn't been much to do for Pinthas in this half. Just going to be this solitary minute of added time.
Additional time, 1 minute.
Ibarle. One last attack for UCFC. Lingbo. Racing down the right-hand side. Did well to be able to get the cross in, but it had crossed the line right before he hit it. And that should do it here in this opening period. UCFC in command, in control. But ADT have been showing signs of life here as this first half draws to a close. So there we have it, 2-0 at the break. But ADT look like there is a resurgence on the horizon. We could be in for an interesting second half. And we'll be right back with more of the Copa Paulino Alcantara here on the PFL channels. So glad you could join us. Darren, perhaps some thoughts before we cut into a break.
Well, it's going to be exactly what you said. It's going to be an interesting second half. ADT are slowly starting to build themselves into the game. United City have had spells where they haven't been able to control the game completely. They do go in at 2-0 at half-time, though, so it'd be interesting to be a fly on the wall of the ADT camp.
We've got highlights, statistics, and second half action just around the corner, so don't go anywhere.
An opportunity here, and we've got our first goal of the match. Leaves it to Ramsey. first goal of the match. Leaves it to Ramsey to make it 3-0.
Welcome back to your Copa Paulino Alcantara broadcast here on the PFL channels. It's halftime between United City and the Azkals development team, where UCFC are in the lead 2-0 after 45 minutes. Darren, your thoughts on the half so far and what to expect moving forward?
United City have most certainly controlled the game for the most part. You can see there that they've dominated the possession, almost 70-30. But you would say at times they probably could have pushed the tempo a little bit higher, but then remembering that this is their third game in 7 games, so they might just be looking to control the tempo at which they play at a little bit more. But what's good to see is that, ADT have worked themselves back into the game a little bit into the last, 10-15 minutes of the game. So at least the second half is kind of set for a more entertaining, most probably end-to-end higher tempo.
Yeah, definitely there in the last 10 minutes or so, we're able to venture into the box of UCFC, cause a few problems. But here, let's have a look at some of the key moments from that opening 45. UCFC in control early, and that was that warning shot from Pika Minigishi, and they soon made things pay off from the set piece. This one from Kenshiro Daniels, and wide open was Ricky Sendra to convert his second goal of the campaign so far.
Yeah, it's been really dominance from United City, and they've managed to get a few snapshots in and test ADT. But really, it's just come down to quality. When they've needed quality, they've been able to produce. And when you can hold the ball in areas like this and produce a goal almost from nothing, that's when you know you've got a special team and a special setup. And I know that the changes are going to be made at half-time from both teams to see if they can make changes and adjustments to the way that they're playing. But this was one of the best opportunities that the Azkals development team had.
So a few substitutions at the break, but we take a look at the statistics once more just to hammer in the fact or the narrative of this match so far. We did say signs of life from ADT at the end of that second half, which could mean we are poised for a fight back here in the second. Definitely a few attending this one live on a Thursday night here at Carmona Cavite. And what a spectacle it would be if the young promising talent of ADT were able to spark a bit of drama here this evening. As you can see, Mark Hartman's on the pitch, and so is Kurt Dizon. Hikaru Minigishi is off, and it looks like Mike Ott has been rested as well.
Substitution for United City FC. Player number 14, Hikaru Minegeshi, replaced by player number 19.
So here we are, underway in the second.
Player number 9, Mike Ott, replaced by player number 20, Mark Hartman.
Trying to find a bit of room on the left side.
Substitution for Azkals development team. Player number 23, Jovan Marfiga.
Kalukaran making it difficult for Daniels. Already the pace rather high here to start things off. Joshua Brose has checked in for ADT, just gotten confirmation of that. I believe he's come on for Jeremy Darapan. Mark Hartman, fresh from international duty. The Azkals recently involved in matches against Malaysia and Singapore. Of course, the senior national team preparing to make their qualification run into the Asian Cup. And that's a run of games that some of the players on this field will be looking forward to. And certainly every match being played here in the Copa Paulino Alcantara, a chance to make a statement for the ADT players to be involved in the SEA Games, for UCFC to be involved in the senior national team. Reed caught from behind. There's a whistle called on Woods. Looks like he's in some significant pain here. There's 2 players down on the pitch, actually. It's Adam Reed, and there's a player down for ADT as well.
This half has started at a much quicker tempo, and there's already been, 2 or 3 incidents of players pressing a lot harder. I think there's just a little bit late on Adam in the middle of the park.
He's been able to shake it off, but the player from the Azkals development team has stayed down. Is that Francis Takardon? Yes, it is.
Well, 2 of the Azkals development team wingers are out through injury. It's Jeffro Belong and Lance Ocampo, who have been playing at under 22 level internationally. So they'll probably have to look at other options. So they have to make changes out wide.
So here's an answer to one of your questions in the first half, Darren. Who would be taking over for free kick duties? Mark Hartman off the bench and in charge here for this one. By Yabos with a nice punch out. Dennis Chung able to collect. Kurt Dizon, an unrelenting shadow, but the tackle from behind made too much contact.
Kurt Dizon really benefiting from the 45 minutes rest. He was working really hard in those first 2 games, same as Mike Ott.
Yellow card being shown here, the first one of the day. Elijah Liao looks like the guilty party. Played short to Lingbo. A lot more aggression here being shown by the Azkals development team. There is the confirmation of Elijah Liao being given that yellow. Must have gotten a stern talking to from Norman Figueroa, this Azkals development team side. So just confirmation, it's actually Jovan Marfiga who has given way for ADT. Darapan remains on the pitch for them. Nice one from Woods. Ray waiting for support. Chung a little too far away from him, and Pinta's quick to collect. Too far for Ibarile. We are hopeful of a fight back here from the Azkals development team. Oof! That is a meaty challenge from Adam Reed.
That's been coming.
Adam Reed, no stranger to strong tackles. And that's a textbook tackle from Adam Reed as we see more fans trickling in. Gotta love the return of that match day atmosphere. Folks in the stands enjoying a bit of food, enjoying the action on the pitch.
And the quality of the football's been good as well. I mean, people will be watching it at home, and I thought the last Copa found us with some really nice games, and it's been the same here. So if you want to watch some good football, you know where we are.
Looking for the switch of play to Kurt Dizon. Makes the connection. He's done well there to dispossess the wily Dizon. Reed under pressure. Ball over the top is offside. Straight just a little bit too early, Jeremy Darapan. But the young guys starting to introduce a bit of calm into their attack now. Room to turn, Mark Hartman. Or rather, Ricky Sendra looking for Mark Hartman. Corner kick taken quickly. Dizon. Again, running into the wall. That is Federico Alegre. Corner kick looming now for UCFC. As we take a look at Eric Gottschalk, owner of United City Football Club. Pochola Bugas in the stands as well. I'm sure they're enjoying the action. Hartman's delivery, headed on. Chance here at the far post, and what a stop from Bayabos. Point blank from Ricky Sendra. Second opportunity is wayward. Another signal of intent here from UCFC. Looking to make it 3.
A fantastic save, just point blank reactions. It's Adam first, and then that's Ricky Sendra that's just trying to turn it into the goal. But really good reaction stop by the goalkeeper.
Contact from behind. Takardon really being tested physically in this game, particularly in this second half. He's on the deck again.
Well, it happens to all of us. Your first season and your first few games at this level are really an eye-opener that you need to be physically prepared. It is a lot more physical, and I know that coaches say it all the time, and you're better off, preparing for it than you are, realising it, 2-3 games into the season. There's some really big players out there, and they seem to be getting bigger, stronger and faster every single season.
A lot of this ADT side used to playing at the collegiate level, and playing against men is a rather different experience, especially physically. And of course, the technical ability of the players as well is on the next level. Growing in confidence now, ADT. Growing accustomed to the pace now. Just a loose pass. Putting them under pressure here. Lovely ball into the box. Daniel's able to rescue it. Floats it into the middle, and that's easy for the goalkeeper. Looking to play quickly. Could be dangerous. Took a touch off Jeremy. Let's have a look at this. Bayabos with the confident catch. Not under too much pressure there. D-zone. Again. Unable to get past his marker, and it's a chance now for Ray to run at his man. Looking to turn Custodio inside out. Matthew with the answer.
Yes, Ray did everything right there. Good positive run in. Chopped a couple of times, but you know, the experience or ever-growing experience of Matthew Custodio put him in a good position just to block the shot. And now United City attack.
Crucial intervention there from Jaime Rosquillo. Unable to find a teammate on the clearance. ADT looking to freshen things up. Once this ball goes out of play, they'll have to defend this first. Too strong from Kenshiro Daniels. And here comes a pair of substitutions. We've got Sky Guerrero coming on alongside Vincent Parpan. And the players making way are Francis Tacardon and Martini Ray, who's had quite the outing for ADT.
Yeah, it was a good debut from Ray. Looked really busy, looked lively, and grew in confidence as the game went on. But as we mentioned before the start of this game, it really is an opportunity for the coaching staff that will head off and help, you know, spearfront the SEA Games campaign for them to actually, you know, look at players, rotate players, and test the players up against different opposition and in different environments. So expect ADT to, you know, keep making changes, keep looking for different combinations in play. What's positive for ADT is that, you know, they've got a little bit of a grasp in this game in the second half.
Certainly dealing with the pressure much better. This high press being shown by UCFC, they've been able to bypass it on a couple of occasions now. Nice exchange on the right side. Robertson intervening. Pinthus off his line. UCFC now certainly finding it a little bit more difficult to pick their spots. Alegre looking to deny Ibarle. Nice little 1-2, Juraboev. Stopped in his tracks. UCFC needing to rebuild once more. Custodio. And now a substitution about to be made for UCFC as we see Pete Andre Forosuelo coming on for Matthew Custodio.
Substitution for United City FC, player number 44, Matthew Custodio, replaced by player number 99, Pete Forosuelo.
Pete Forosuelo, amongst the most talented youngsters in the Philippines at the moment. Featured for our under-23 side quite recently. Now he's getting his run out for United City. Another one of those players who featured for the for ADT and then has found them his way rather to a professional club.
Well, the build-up play for United City is getting better. They're managing to pull the pitch a little bit longer, a little bit wider, and they're really just trying to work out those finer details tactically in the final third. Of course, they've got to rotate through their players as well. It's different having Mark Hartman up front or having Mike Ott. I'm sure there'll be times they want to play both of them together. So this is the first time that these sets of players have played together, and really they're still trying to work out those finer details and, you know, building a little bit more cohesion in that final third.
Sandra going long. They've been trying to unlock that right side of ADT's defense. And so far, Alegre has had an answer for everything they've thrown at him. Let's take a look at the shots on target, where UCFC expectedly are dominant. 8 shots for them, only 2 for ADT so far.
This win, of course, would keep United City at the top of the table, and they'll be starting to, as it stands, pull away a little bit from Kaya in terms of goal difference. But there's still a lot of games left to play.
The table's starting to take shape, isn't it? It's starting to get a little bit more exciting.
Yeah, then as every game goes by, as points start, trickling onto the board, it'll get more and more interesting, especially with that draw between Kaya and United City, because we could see first and second place come down to goal difference as possible. But I'm sure that a very well prepared Stallions will have something to say about that.
Robertson knew exactly what he was doing there, putting the knee behind on Dennis Chung. Just wanted to stop the play, then had a kick at the ball as well.
Well, I mean, you don't make it to that sort of level as a defender or a defensive-minded player if you don't have a little bit of aggression about you. I think that's the first time we've seen it from Robertson.
Bit of a waste there from ADT. Jaime Rosquillo unable to find a teammate there from the set piece. One of the younger members of this team, actually, Jaime Rosquillo. You won't guess it from his stature and his physicality. Still a teenager, Rosquillo. Jiraboev knew where Lingbo was going to be. That's good defending here from ADT, as Calocaran also anticipated the danger. Sandro Reyes in the stands today. Of course, former member of ADT and an interested onlooker here.
Just greeted him early, actually, a belated birthday. Didn't realise it was his birthday a couple of days ago.
Bit of man strength there being shown by Ricky Sendra. Cleared away.
Can be frustrating sometimes playing against a younger team, especially when they're, pressing a little bit higher with a little bit more confidence. Sometimes, as you said, as a man, as a senior player, you kind of feel as if you have a right to win the game, but these younger boys, these younger players really step up in these big occasions.
Lingbo has been looking to connect on that run, but his cross left wanting there as UCFC line up another substitution. Momentarily, we are going to see the inclusion of Ivan Owano, who's already opened his tally this year. And it looks like it's going to be Ricky Sendra who's going to be giving way. Chance for UCFC to rotate a little bit. They definitely need it with the amount of action they've been seeing in the last 7 days. It's a high cross. Easy to defend there for Caloocaran, but it is going to go out for a corner kick. And here is that substitution now. Ivan Owano, who's had quite an exciting start to his career with United City. Scored in his debut and almost scored in the last outing against Kaya. And now he's got a chance to hunt his second of this campaign.
Ricky Sendra has had another good game. It's been quite solid. And I feel that United City will just be looking to make changes, and really the only thing that's missing for them is a little bit more creativity, maybe in the 10. I could hear some of the calls coming from the bench of United City, and perhaps they're just looking to bring the ball up and play a little bit higher on the pitch. A good game, found himself on the score sheet again.
Referee wanting a word. Physicality inside the 6-yard box. Jirabuev has Parpano on him. Looks like he's being left for the goalkeeper to deal with. Headed away by Rosquillo. Dizo needing to shield it under a lot of pressure from ADT. They've done well to make life more difficult here for UCFC.
Good high press from ADT, making it difficult for United City to play out that time, but still dominating the possession stats and an opportunity to get forwards quickly.
Ball for Kenshiro Daniels to run onto. He's going to need to wait for a bit of support in the middle. Leaves it for Jurabuev. Hartman. Oof, just couldn't get it to dip. Lightning transition there from UCFC. Let's take a look at that chance from Hartman. Fakes the shot. Has that range in his arsenal. Chance for Chung. Oh no, he's offside. Good discipline shown by the back line of United City. He's going to get a warning for shooting in frustration as well, Dennis Chung. We saw the possession statistics earlier, Darren, but it doesn't say what kind of quality of the possession. And it seems as if ADT have been enjoying a bit more quality in their possession now, as opposed to the first half.
They've most certainly made a better attempt to get themselves in the game, and they're staying in the game. United City are yet to score in the second half as well, considering the amount of firepower that United City have out on the pitch. That could change soon. This is quite a tasty little area to give away a free kick.
Now it seems we're going to get that discussion. Kenshiro Daniels has walked over to the ball. As you see the contact there. Parpan getting stuck in.
I was really hoping that was Sky Guerrero that took down Mark Hartman there. A little bit about coach against player at youth level.
Mark Hartman wins the conversation with Kenshiro Daniels, and he's got the opportunity here to add to United City's total. Very likely to go direct here. Hartman. Bayabas with a save, but the rebound falls to Ivan Owano. He makes it 3 for UCFC.
Well, I'd like to see that free kick again, because it looks as if it went up and down really quickly, and the goalkeeper's done really well. Difficult to hold the ball if it's moving that quickly, but it's about who reacted first, and it was the instincts of Ivan Wano that put him into that position just to tuck it away.
Awkward height for the goalkeeper to deal with, as it was dipping very quickly, as you said, but the instincts of Ivan Owano, the striker's instinct that you'd like to see from your substitute.
He's come on obviously with the right mindset, and he's got himself straight onto the score sheet. Coach can't ask any more than that.
Makes it 2 for this campaign of the Copa Paulino Alcantara, which means he is tied as top scorer for his side at the moment with Ricky Sendra. Didn't celebrate too much, having scored against his former team here.
And one thing to say is that for the other clubs who are watching this, United City's goal scoring is really spread out across the team as well. Players come off the bench picking up goals, and of course they find themselves scoring 8 goals now in 3 games, which is quite a heavy tally at this sort of level of football.
Nice touch on from Dizon. And it's offside. Tempo just dropped off a little bit here for the Azkals development team. Bit of the wind in their sails taken out as that third goal drops in. Chung. Nice ball over the top.
It can be difficult learning sometimes for young players in the league. And this ADT team is very young. I believe it's actually young enough to play in 2 SEA games, which brings the average age to players born 2001. So they're doing really well. It's still only 3-0. I think if they work hard enough to get a goal in this game, it would mean a lot to them.
Shiro Daniels called for the high boot, even though he made contact with the ball. Last 15 minutes remaining. 3-0 down at this point. Darren, 15 minutes as we mentioned, still remaining in the game. What is your focus at this point if you're ADT?
ADT will be looking for end products. I mean, if they can just set themselves targets, there's 15 minutes to go. They've managed to rotate the ball a little bit. It could be better, but even if they just focused on getting some end products, through passes, crosses, and hit the target a couple of times, then they can take lots of positives going into their next game.
Here comes a substitution for United City. Andreas Eswin coming on as replacing goal scorer Amirbek Juraboev and midfield maestro for this UCFC side. He's had a fantastic outing. Another one for United City. He gets a well-earned rest here.
United City FC, player number
Well, he's
6,
been a
Amir
fantastic
Juraboev,
acquisition to the United City
replaced by
setup.
player number 10, Andy SY.
Always playing a big part in the build-up. But of course, 3 games in 7 days, we'll want to get some rest as well.
A substitute getting involved immediately. Lingbo. Curtizon caught offside. And a pair of substitutions now about to be made for the Azkals development team. Jeremy Darapan coming off, being replaced here by Luis Claor. And you've got JV Calocaran making way
Substitution for Azkals development
as
team.
Emilio Gonzalez Bongolan
Jeremy
checks in.
Darapan replaced by player number 24, Luis Claor. Player number
Substitutes
2,
will have
JV
13 minutes to
Calocaran,
impress in this
replaced by
match.
player number 16, Emilio Bolongan.
24-8-19.
Owano called for the foul.
And it'll be the young left back's debut game today. He was in the squad for ADT last year, Giap Rolongan, but it's his first time to get on the ball, and this would be his first touch on the ball as well.
Nice little touch on for Parpan. Almost a corner kick. Hartman just using his body well to shield the ball. Owano. That's well done by the center back to win that duel. Elijah Liao. Looking for the runner Chung. It's beyond everyone. And out for a goal kick. It's going to be a yellow card shown to Ivan Owano. No, just a talking to. Came in a little bit late on Woods. No whistle from the referee. Shots for handball. Guerrero. Brought down. Was a goal scorer for ADT in their last outing. He's going to be looking to make an impact here as well, even if it's just a consolation at this point.
Now, Sky Guerrero is one of those players. He can play right wing. He's pretty explosive. He's quite quick. Really, really tidy feet. But spent most of his youth career playing as a number 8. But of course, as a new addition to this ADT side, will have to work his way up and build himself into that position, hopefully in the future.
You can just hear in the background Robertson telling his teammates to keep working. He's got the captain's armband now. He's making sure that everybody stays switched on here, despite the dominant advantage that they have, the closing moments of this game. High press paying dividends here for ADT. But only momentarily, as Pintus takes charge. The captain of ADT has stayed down here. Woods, perhaps suffering from the lingering effects of that collision with Owano.
Looks as if he's making signs that he can't continue.
Quick look at our official photographer here, actually. responsible for a lot of the images that you will see on the official pages of the PFL, on the various social media platforms. Woods able to make his own way over to the sideline, which is always encouraging. No need for a stretcher. Perhaps able to just walk this one off. It's been a challenging outing for him, the captain, but he's been among the more steadying characters inside this squad at the moment.
Yeah, it took him a while to settle into this game. I mean, this is a big game for a lot of the ADT players, but once he was settled, he was the first holding centre mid to really start dropping off, getting on the ball in the half turn. Left-footed as well, which I like because it adds a little bit of dynamics to ADT. And ADT now looking to press United City, but United City have played through that press.
Wano gets it to Hartman. Chance for Mark Hartman. What a save from Bayabos.
And that is how quickly a Champions League side can get the ball from A to B. Very cohesive. Just managing to combine. Good talking as well. It's a good shot, but met equally by a fantastic save. Still a corner to deal with. Short to the near post.
Pintus calmly to Ebarle. ADT looking to employ a high press once more. And that is the danger of a high press if you get played through. Your backline under a lot of pressure in a very short amount of time.
Part of the reason why ADT didn't press really early in the game, because as soon as you start pressing, the game can start opening up like this. It's good to see Woods, though, rejoin the field of play.
Still limping, though. He's still clutching his knee. And meanwhile, UCFC looking to add a fourth here. Bolongan, calmly done. And this could be it. Woods might need to come off. Calls for a stretcher now. He tried to shake it off. Scott Woods. He's clearly feeling something strange.
Sometimes when you're captaining the side and you know that your team could go down to 10 men, you don't want to leave them without any substitutions. And then we're just watching back there. A shot which almost found itself into the top corner, but it's a really good save, stretching out.
Now to compound this issue for ADT, they're out of substitutions, I believe. So Scott Woods, his injury means ADT will have to play with 10 men for the remainder of this match. I hope Scott Woods is all right. He's able to recover quickly. He's a crucial member of this side and is the captain of ADT. But that has not deterred ADT from pressing here. They remain committed to finish this match with a flurry. And Dizon finding space on the left side. Owano in support. Ball just runs a little too long for Eswin. Owano couldn't bring it down. It's out for a goal kick. The linesman had flagged for a corner kick, but overruled by Melitan Pelayo.
No complaints there from Ivan Wanos, so perhaps referee seeing something that we didn't.
Owano drifting out wide. And Chung racing away. He's all on his own though. And he's crowded out. With this victory, it's going to be a fantastic start for UCFC to this Copa Paulino Alcantara. Had a short preseason, but they've come out and hit the ground running, Darren. 2 wins, 1 draw in the span of 7 days. Not bad at all.
Yeah, I think if you had said to the staff of United City that they would get 7 points from 9 in 7 games, considering how short their preparation was and also the fact that they've already played Kaya, I think they would have been happy, especially with the fact that they've put a few goals onto the account as well, which will kind of probably start to, show benefit on later in the campaign, where other teams will be going out chasing goals to keep up with goal difference before the crossover.
Of course, the top 4 teams will move on to the semifinals, and UCFC are going to have to like their chances of progressing over to the knockout rounds. And meanwhile, ADT will have to absorb their first defeat of this campaign. Another opportunity here. Great cross! And goodness me! Would have been tough to miss, but Ivan Owano was able to do so. He's going to be disappointed with that. He was so close to goal.
Could have been another combination of assists from Mark Hartman and goal from Ivan Wano there.
Let's have a look at it. Great cross, all alone in the 6-yard box.
Well, they tell you to head it down, but
and they make up for it there. Kenshiro Daniels getting his first for United City. Was all alone inside the box, and he tucks it away nice and clean. 4-0 now for United City FC.
yes, United City able to play through the press there as we see the 3 minutes of stoppage time go up on the board. Calm, collected finish by Kenshiro Daniels.
And they're ruthless, aren't they? UCFC. Robertson calling for his teammates to push on and keep the pressure on this ADT side, even as we enter stoppage time. What a collision there from Owano and Rosquillo. Two big boys coming together there in the air, and Rosquillo didn't look like he landed well. But it looks like Ivan Owano is going to get booked here.
Yeah, I think that's the wrong decision there from the referee's assistant to call the foul. The correct thing was to stop the play.
Oh, wow. A direct red for Ivan Owano. Wow.
The correct decision is to stop the play because it's a head injury. But there's absolutely no intent there which warrants there to be a red card. It'd be interesting to see if it was a yellow which was taken back and a straight red that was given, or whether it was a second yellow. But did you see a second yellow, Jing?
Interesting call there. As you can see, it's a 50-50 in the air, shoulder to shoulder. Nothing malicious, it seemed, from Ivan Owano. Certainly the effects were felt by Jaime Rosquillo. So it seems it was just a yellow card for Ivan Owano. A mistake corrected by Melton Pelayo. It seemed he just pulled out the wrong card and scared everybody inside the stadium. There it is. Oof. Chance here for ADT. Parapan looking to thread it to Dennis Chong, and the attack breaks down.
Well, a little bit of excitement at the end of this game.
Kenshiro Daniels onside. One last attack here for UCFC. Daniels getting it to Wano. And that's going to be out for a goal kick. And that'll do it here at the PFF National Training Center. UCFC able to get their second victory in style. 4-0 win over ADT. Doesn't get better than that, Darren.
Well, it's a good second half. When you compare the scoreline, saying that 2 goals were scored in the first half and the second half, I would say that the second half was much more entertaining, but also ADT played a lot better. They took the game to United City in terms of pressing high and having a little bit more self-belief. Yeah, a little bit of excitement at the end, but it's all right to have excitement in football. No one got hurt, which is the important thing. And United City take charge at the top of the table after this result.
They're at the top of the standings now with this 4-0 victory, or they continue to hold their spot at the top. The Azkals development team, we always said that this was going to be a learning experience for them, Darren. What do you think they took away from this contest against a powerhouse like UCFC? Well,
they would be happy with the way that they adjusted, the way that they defended. In the first half, they played it deep. They were conservative. They looked to close out areas and make it difficult for United City to play through. And when you take into consideration the collective experience that United City have, they did well to only concede 2 goals in the first half, in the same way in the second half where they pressed much higher, created a couple of opportunities on the counter-attack. They also only conceded 2 goals. So both styles of defending worked well. They can take a lot of positives from this game. And of course, the game was played in good spirits as well. So, at the end of the day, football's the winner.
UCFC able to get back to winning ways after a 1-1 draw with Kaya FC Iloilo. They're definitely got momentum in this Copa Paulino Alcantara, at least to start things off here in the opening round robin. Meanwhile, Azkals development team need to go back to the drawing board, it seems, here after their opening day win against Mendiola. They have now suffered a bit of a heavy loss here against UCFC, although perhaps a little bit more expected this type of result. But they're going to need to recover in time to get themselves back on a positive footing here in this competition. Let's take a look back at some of the highlights. It was Pika Minigishi who started off the danger for UCFC, and then soon after there were goals that came from first Ricky Sendra, and then Jura, the main man in the middle, Jura Boev. And this one, Ricky Sendra, his second of the campaign. Mike Ott looking to get in on the party. He was a busy boy, Bayovas in goal. And here's the wonder goal, Darren. A sight to behold from the midfield maestro. Let's have a look.
Yeah, it's a really well taken goal here. All of 25 yards out, and perhaps caught the goalkeeper a little bit flat-footed for the first time in the game, but ADT did respond. They tried to create, and this was the best of ADT's chances in the first half. Fell to Ray, and he just didn't get his shot off quick enough. But nevertheless, ADT played their part in this game. Couldn't stop the goals from coming, though.
Set pieces certainly playing a factor in this game. Again, threatening from a corner kick, and Mark Hartman, once he came on, was a real thorn in the side of ADT. And he'd be involved in the third goal, but ADT certainly had their chances as well. Now, that was actually an offside situation. And this was the free kick from Mark Hartman that caused the bobble from Bayabos, and Ivan Owano. A beautiful striker's finish from him.
Yeah, he just came off the bench, Ivan Wano. He looked sharp. He was involved with a lot of the passage of play, and both Mark Hartman and Ivan Wano linking up on several occasions to cause ADT some problems.
Hartman, a real threat all throughout, and Owano is going to feel bad that he wasn't able to add to his tally there from point blank range. But soon after, UCFC were able to convert once more, with Kenshiro Daniels getting his debut goal for the Men in Black. So there you have it. Those were the highlights of our match, and we've got JJ Robertson and Kenshiro Daniels from UCFC. Let's hear from them.
Well, we got the job done, you know, professional performance. We needed to win this game, and we did. It was personally nice to get on the score sheet for my new team, and yeah, we did what we needed to do.
JJ captaining the side when Mikey was out, went out and subbed out. How does it feel, you know, being in a new club and playing in the PFL?
Yeah, it's an honor. I mean, to come in and captain the side. It's a lot of faith placed in me from the management, but yeah, thoroughly professional performance. Not easy to play 3 games in the space of, I think, 8 days, so another one on Monday, and then yeah, obviously prepare for the big 2.5 weeks in Thailand.
Just talk us through, you know, you're both coming here in a new environment, new clubs. Kenny was in Kaya for a long time, and you just coming here. How does it, you know, what are your initial reactions playing in the Philippines?
Yeah, it's a new experience for me. The boys have been so welcoming, helped me settle in really nicely. So yeah, just thoroughly enjoying it.
Kenny, you just came back, maybe, you know, battling jet lag for now?
Yeah, definitely battling jet lag, yeah, 100%. It hasn't been easy the last few days.
There's, you know, not a lot of people have been talking about your move from Kaya. You know, you took a break and then you're back here and playing for UCFC, different jersey this time.
Yeah, I mean, it was pretty known I was looking for other opportunities, but you know, if Champions League comes calling, it's hard to say no to Champions League.
Next game on Monday, how do you guys regroup and recover? Really tough schedule for you.
Well, you know, we're all professionals. We know we need to take care of our bodies before the next game. We do what we need to do, recovery sessions, and just, you know, take care of ourselves, basically.
Yeah, it's a tough schedule. I think the Champions League's even tougher. We play 6 games in 2 weeks, so it's good preparation for us. Obviously now get a good recovery in, and yeah, we go again Monday.
Yeah, last question. What do you think of this side? I know they're preparing for the SEA Games, especially you, Kenny. You've played for the national team. How's the future looking like for this team?
I think it's pretty good, especially since the turnaround from basically every season. They have a completely different squad. You know, it looks like they have potential. It wasn't easy to score today, and you know, if they keep working hard and staying together as well as the past teams have, I think they'll be all right.
Thank you so much. Congratulations, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Great to hear from both Kenshiro Daniels and Alan Robertson in what was a commanding victory for United City FC. As we take a look at the full-time statistics here, Darren.
It's good to see the statistics showing that ADT managed to play themselves back into the game a little bit. Remembering at half-time the possession was almost 70% to United City. And then, of course, lots and lots of shots and attempts from United City, and managed to convert 4 of them. Dominance in terms of, you know, attacking and trying to turn ADT around resulted in a lot more set pieces as well. It was a well contested game though, plenty of little fouls in the middle of the park, but it was nothing too aggressive, and I think it's a fair reflection really, the scoreline, although United City probably had an extra gear maybe, but ADT stopped them from getting in that rhythm. So good game overall, Jing.
Huge learning experience for ADT. Meanwhile, for United City, the action just keeps going for them. They've played 3 matches in 7 days. Now they have another one on Monday against Mendiola. This one happening at 5 p.m. Your thoughts on this one, Darren?
Well, another game coming up for United City. Perhaps, the reason why they've made the substitutions and tried to rest a few players as well. Try to deepen their squad depth. But it'll be an interesting match. Mindiola looking to prove themselves still in this campaign.
Another great game in the Copa Paulino Alcantara, and as a pleasure as always calling the matches with you, Darren. We hope you all enjoyed the action at home. My name is Jing Hamlang saying good night and see you next time.